a new one. This is about the perils of buying used garden equipment off celebrities. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is called I Bought a Lawnmower off Nelly Furtado, Never Again. One day, whilst awaiting my shot from Ocado, I met my new neighbour, Miss Nelly Furtado. We talked about weather. Had she seen the forecast? I'm selling my mower, she said. It's a Qualcast. Qualcast are good, aren't they? Why are you selling it? My garden's too small now, I need an electric. This one is petrol and it goes like the clappers. And it can be yours for just 65 smackers. Only 65? That doesn't sound too monstrous. I thrust out my hand to the Canadian-Portuguese songstress. I'll buy your old mower, Miss Nelly Furtado. I'll pick it up later. She said, obrigado. Later that day, as the shadows were lengthening, I went round to honour the contract I'd entered in. Nelly was smart in Ugg boots and dungarees. She offered me cheese. I said, I'm not hungry. The mower was gleaming with scarcely a blemish. If I'd known the words, I'd have thanked her in Flemish. Instead, I said, thank you, and merci, and danke. I didn't try mine because I looked like a wannabe. Back in the garden, I tested my new purchase. It spluttered into life with one or two lurches. I managed to cut a straight line across the lawn. I was more excited than a child on Christmas morning. Saturday came, I resolved to get busy. I did the front strip in a matter of minutes, then I went round the back to tackle the garden. I lowered the blades, pulled the choke out. It started. Halfway across, I discovered a small lever. By this time, my joy was approaching a fever. I pulled it straight back. What's the worst that could happen? I found out the thing shot off like Jos Verstappen. He's a racing driver. It ploughed through the hedge and showed no sign of stopping. It churned up a frog who'd been merrily hopping. The squeal was unreal as the amphibian croaked. I lunged at the kill switch. I groped at the choke. But nothing was working. The machine was possessed. First the flowers, then the hedge, then the neighbours were next. It took out a shrubbery, a fence and some decking. Narrowly missed a young couple who were necking. It punctured a paddling pool, shredded a duck pond. It gobbled a gazebo, but still I held on. The engine was screaming. The cutter span quicker. Behind the next fence was a sunbathing vicar. He looked quite surprised and he started to holler. He should have been wearing more than that dog collar. He spewed forth curses like a disgruntled gudgeon. I said a quick prayer, then we left him in dudgeon. The back of one side of the street lay in tatters. My knuckles were white and my forehead was battered by branches and barbecues and irate residents who belaboured me with blows from blunt instruments. Onwards we rattled like a storm in a dustbin, out of the town into the heart of the country. Our blades cut a swathe across the hillsides of Devon. We crossed into Cornwall at 7:15. We barrelled through Bodmin, the din was abysmal. We flattened the Eden Project, then St Austell. My efforts to stop had all proved ineffectual. In Helston we finally ran out of petrol. A piece of me died that day, along with the sheep. The trust I put in people I happened to meet. Never again with such childlike temerity will I buy garden tools from a celebrity. Miss Nelly Furtado, man-eater, you may be. You're nothing compared to that lawnmower lady. I'm like a bird, she said, I want to fly away. Well, what about my rockery? Somebody must pay. It's been several weeks since I went in the garden. I stay in my house now and hoover the carpet. I'll tell you one thing, when I need a new Dyson, I will not be buying a used one off Bill Bryson. Don't buy a Breville off Phil or Gary Neville. Reject the blender of that bloke off EastEnders. Shun Cher's chair, her sofa, her whole three-piece suite, even if it's avocado, and never buy anything off Nelly Furtado. Thank you very much.